Ho, 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 everybody. This is a very special holiday episode of Another Miserable Podcast. And this is your friend, Professor Casey, who kind of doesn't like most Christmas things, but I found something that no one will like, and we're going to give it a commentary. And that is Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 3. But first, I'd like to talk to the people that are joining me here. I'm going to throw to the Z-Man first. Let us know who you are, buddy.
Hey, my name is Zach. I host and edit this thing. I'm begrudgingly watching this movie. It was not my choice. I was outvoted.
Hey, I'm not the only one that voted for it. There's 3 of us. Takes 2 out of 3.
We're
Yes.
strapping Zach to a chair to watch this.
Clockwork Orange style. His eyes are pinned open.
And I'm Chris, the third person in this chat.
The other one that voted for this movie.
The other one who voted for this movie.
Yes. It's a Silent Night, Deadly Night 3. You
Better watch
out. You better watch out.
So yeah,
Yes.
if you woke up today and you're like, I want to watch the shittiest entry in the Silent Night, Deadly Night series for whatever reason, and you want some company, we're here for you.
This isn't the
Yay.
shittiest one. No. 4 and 5 exist. 2's pretty bad. Like 2's well known for being bad. I feel like this is less well known for sucking. So we got to talk about it a little bit. Plus, I figured we have all this Christmas stuff we wanted to talk about just in general. And we didn't want to do like a whole podcast on it. So consider this movie like background talk for us talking around Christmas about Christmas stuff we like. Which chances are, if we had this playing in the room, we were all together and you were there with us, it would be the same thing that would be happening. We would just be talking whatever and then reacting to the non-boring parts, which there are very few.
But you should totally watch the movie along with us to get the full experience.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah, you have to.
The full Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, Better Watch
Pop
Out
your
experience.
popcorn.
I should say it's not the crappiest of the Silent Night. I haven't seen Part 4. I've seen all the others. But I mean, come on. Part 5 has Mickey Rooney. You have Garbage Day in Part 2. Part 1
Okay,
is...
I've got some stuff to say about that punk ass bitch Mickey Rooney. Okay, so you're gonna have to listen to this episode to hear it.
Yeah, I do want to watch Part 4 because, come on, Clint Howard.
Mickey Rooney might show up on this podcast. You never know.
I would love that. It'd be quite the feat.
I've got some
I'll try to get him in later on.
I've got some things to say to Mickey.
Did Mickey Rooney ever play Scrooge?
No, he's
Sure,
too
I'm sure
little.
surely he had to have. We should probably start the movie now.
We probably should.
We're gonna stop. We're gonna run out of things to talk about as soon as we start the movie.
Chris is our official counter downer and our official
Yes.
get us on task so we watch the GD movie. And yeah, my TV just kicked out of it. Hold on one sec.
Casey, I like that you hate Christmas and yet your room is bathed in a red Christmas glow.
Oh yeah, this is actually my Satan lighting, not my Santa lighting.
I mean, they're basically the same thing.
we should paint a picture of our room since this is not a video podcast. And Casey has what appears to be a sex swing.
Oh
in
no,
the background.
that's like a shoe holder that has video game stuff in it instead of shoes. You've
Got a really busy shelf too that looks like Santa's workshop.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of toys on that shelf. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Not sex toys.
Oh,
Turning out my lights.
Action figures.
Zach just turned on his sexy lighting.
Yeah.
And as you can see, I am sitting right by the ghost of Christmas past,
Yes.
which is shining its light.
Chris's lights are kind of making my eyes bleed a little bit.
I think I can turn this down a little bit.
I like things very dark.
There we go.
I could make my room a little more Christmassy right now if you want, lighting wise, but no
we
one's looking
don't.
at this.
We need to
versus
watch a
video.
movie.
We need
We've
to start the
taken
movie.
17 minutes. This is longer than the fucking waiting room scene in this movie.
I'm holding the microphone with my hand, so I can't.
Don't
move.
worry, the start time will be time stamped, everybody. So let's get to it, okay?
All right.
Okay, so I have seen many riff tracks and listened to fan commentary, so I know how this goes. So, listener, what you're going to do right now is you're going to pull up Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 3 on your computer, on your DVD, whatever. You're probably watching this on Shudder with us. So you're going to put the timestamp at 0. We're going to count down 3, 2, 1, play. And then as soon as I say play, you press play on your remote, your browser, whatever the hell you're doing there.
Yes.
All right, gentlemen. Are we
Ready.
ready to start the film?
Gladiator's ready.
All right. And 3, 2, 1, play.
All right, so if you are seeing a Miramax logo, you are seeing the same version of that we are.
Oh no, we're
If
not
you are-
seeing the same version. Wait,
I'm sorry.
This
Oh
is
no, it's a
Lionsgate.
Lionsgate. It's a Lionsgate logo. My
Lionsgate,
bad.
Casey.
My bad.
Casey,
Look,
you had me
if you're-
panicking at the beginning.
If you're seeing the Lionsgate logo, you might only see this in the digital version, so you might have to start now to be with us. where
Quiet
it says
Films
Quiet
presents.
Films
Quiet,
presents.
Quiet, Casey, quiet. Okay, you can talk again.
An Arthur H. Gorson production. I don't know
That's
Arthur
how you
H.
know it's,
Gorson.
that's how you know it's quality. It's Monty Hellman behind the is the Hellman. He is
We
at the
gotta
helm.
talk about Monty.
Yeah, let's talk about Monty Hellman. I looked at his catalog. I have not seen any of his work prior to this, but he has some interesting. He's directed some stuff. He's mainly known for his work with Roger Corman.
Ooh,
He
it's
directed
quality.
He directed Two Lane Blacktop, which is a road movie with James Taylor and Dennis Wilson.
Oh, I've heard of that movie.
And he
That's
directed
on my
a couple.
watch list.
He directed a couple little-known westerns, The Shooting and Ride in the Whirlwind, back to back with Jack Nicholson, and neither of them, I think, got theatrical releases.
Okay, none of this matters. He made The Terror, which is amazing.
He
He
was a
made-
location director.
Wait,
on
the
that.
Jack
He made
Nicholson
East
terror?
from Haunted Cave.
Didn't
but
like
yeah,
9
he
people
was-
make it the terror?
He was the uncredited director. Of
Robert
The
Culp,
Terror,
holy
director.
shit.
Yeah, but there's stuff saying he was the uncredited director, and they just took it from him.
I do want to say his most. He directed a movie called Cockfight, and it has the best log line I've ever heard. And the log line is: a man who trains fighting cocks vows to remain silent until one of his birds wins a championship.
You know, you could make a porno version of that movie and not change a damn thing in that description.
I just want to know how they make a cockfighter trainer sympathetic.
You also wouldn't have to change the poster at all, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
but
pretty
he did-
horny poster.
His feature debut was a horror film called Beast from Haunted Cove, but outside of that, he did not do much other horror movies. So
Beast from
Interesting.
Haunted Cove is
Guys, don't you
Legit.
just love it when you can use a still image for your opening credits and kill about 4 minutes of screen time?
okay. So you would think that, but she's breathing. This is not a still image.
I think it went from still image to moving image. I don't think she's been breathing this whole time.
and her eyelids have been fluttering. She does a
All right.
fairly unconvincing job of being blind in this movie.
Oh, I thought she was supposed to be dead.
So this is Samantha Scully playing the heroine Laura Anderson, which is funny because there's another actress in this movie named Laura. Like the actress's name is Laura, but she's playing a character named Jerry. And I just imagine that was confusing as hell on set.
Especially since Laura Herring isn't that good of an actress, or at least she wasn't at this time. She became a great actress. She's in Mulholland Drive. Okay, so David Lynch gave that seal of approval. Okay. I'm not saying she's a great actress now, but she's in
David
Mulholland
Lynch,
Drive.
famous fan of the Silent Night, Deadly Night series.
Yeah,
This
She's
intro
in The
like gave me
Punisher.
really like kind of like Dario Argento meets Elm Streety vibes.
Yeah,
but
I was just thinking, feels like a ripoff of Phenomena right now.
yeah, well, she
but
looks a lot like Jennifer
time
Connelly.
period wise, more intentionally, probably a ripoff of the Elm Street movies, because everything had to have dreams in it.
The music is
true.
very, kind of similar to the Elm Street theme. in
Day of
some
the
ways.
Dead too. It reminds me of that dream sequence in Day of the Dead.
Except not good. This was 89.
I'm definitely
so
feeling-
Freddy was almost running his course by this point.
I'm definitely feeling the Christmas vibes. That's for sure. Like, this is definitely, putting me in the mood right now.
I want to point out our boy Bill Moseley right now with the most ridiculous brain cap exposed with all this
Casey,
technology.
Casey, you ignorant slut. That is the Christmas yarmulke.
This is 1989, not 1959, when that would have been a good effect. I
Jesus.
feel like they got this from Bob
Oh my
Burns'
God.
basement and put it on this guy's head.
Whoa.
Okay?
We're in Bill and Ted now.
And also,
Bill
he's
and Ted's
supposed
Bogus
to be
Journey.
Ricky. He's supposed to be Ricky from the previous
This
movie.
feels like a scene like at a labyrinth right now.
So
They're
Bill
running through the doors.
Moseley, Chop Top himself right here, Otis himself right here, is supposed to be the It's Garbage Day guy right now. Okay.
Oh, well, yeah.
So
That was clear to me, Casey. That was perfectly clear.
he was gunned down in the previous movie, not shot in the fucking head, by the way, but
Oh,
has weird
ah,
facial
holy shit.
scar.
Sorry,
So she was
audience.
just sliced in the
I'm
arm,
reacting to this.
and that wound has already disappeared. But it's a dream,
Yes.
so it's a.
It's a dream. It's
So guys, I have a confession to make. As you can probably tell, I have not watched this movie. Oh no, we lost someone.
no, we're good. We're good.
Oh, okay. I heard a
We're,
noise.
we are,
For a
we are
second.
good.
Yeah, we're good. Are we still recording? Okay, great. Leave this in because it's timed.
Oh
Okay, so we get
God.
this great 1990s haunted house looking shot of Bill Moseley covered in blood. And someone got blood on the ceiling. And I'm gonna wager they got in trouble for getting blood on the fucking ceiling. Because this is a very real
be Santa
location
Claus.
because it has ceilings in every shot.
This Santa is definitely on a list somewhere, but not the good list.
Pedophile
This
list.
Santa is the director of the film, by the way.
Oh,
Oh.
that's even worse.
So guys, I
So
don't know if you know this, but I shot my thesis film in a 4:3 aspect ratio, and so far it's pretty much identical. Feeling very awkward that I unintentionally ripped this film off.
It's feeling very Christmassy now.
this very creepy Santa. Actually, this might not be the same one. It's the Santa that wakes up our
He has something in
friend.
his hand. He's got something in his hand.
He is the director. The fucked up Santa is the director.
Hmm.
Okay, she wants roller skates. Okay, she
Ballet
wants
shoes.
ballet shoes. Okay, a Mickey Mouse watch, which I gotta say, I used to want a Donald Duck watch really bad, and a doll, and to not die right now.
And a role in a better horror franchise.
And very clearly has headphones taped to her head, earbuds, to look like electrodes. Good times.
I
This
didn't know
is
they
a
had
creepy
headphones
doctor
like that back then.
that in any world should have been played by Ray Wise, but they got whoever the fuck this is instead. And is clearly not.
That felt like a
creepy
real
enough.
reaction. Like, get your hands off my fucking head.
Her pupils are dilating. She's doing horribly at acting blind. Get some pupil control.
Oh.
Gosh. So, yes, she is supposed to be blind. Both of her parents died in a plane crash. It's not clear if she was also in the crash and that's what made her blind or what. But you know, she's got a really heavy metal brother that she might also be having sex with. It's really unclear.
Casey.
They share a lot of very
Spoilers.
inappropriate jokes together. I was dreaming of Santa Claus. Okay, so basically, here's the deal. She is connected to the brain of the killer of the last Silent Night, Deadly Night movie. And there's my dog barking the second I'm talking.
I thought I was gonna have
All
a
right.
barking dog problem.
Good times. So,
He's taking
gotta
notes.
keep going though.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you have your oranges on your desk for your science lab too.
You don't want to get scurvy. That's probably what's wrong with Ricky's face, is that he has scurvy or something. And she's playing down that she made psychic contact with Ricky, but she made psychic contact with Ricky. In fact, he's still in a comatose state, but you're going to learn something about Ricky, because much like me, he doesn't like Christmas. And much like me, it triggers him like Jason. But this is looking back at footage from the first Silent Night, Deadly Night movie, which was also repeated in the second Silent Night, Deadly Night movie. So this is the third time we are seeing this footage.
I mean, it's damn good footage. How can you put it away?
Gets grainier every time they use it.
Okay, this segment coming up is really ridiculous. So he starts to take notes in his recorder here while she's in the room, so she can hear everything he's saying. She's not deaf. She's blind.
Yeah, since she is blind, she probably can hear really, really well. So and he's basically
like
just,
right now.
he's basically just being like, so the patient is fucking crazy. Yeah.
I wonder if
God.
she's playing games with me. Is she standing right next to him? She walked next to him the second he said, I think she's playing games with me. I think she's fucking around.
This is when he does the Billy Crystal City Slickers. She's behind me, isn't she?
Like, bro, step out of the room.
And the scientist is using the word powers, and they use the word powers quite a bit in this movie.
I mean,
I
most
want to point
scientists
out
do.
this script that we have here is an extensive rewrite. Okay, just remember that. What we got is the extensive rewrite. They were originally going to do what became the fourth movie. And then they said, nah, this shit sucks. Let's do something else. So they wrote this script in a week and they shot it in a month and then they edited it in like another month. And this is what we got. This is the extensive rewrite. And yeah, they decided it sucks so bad that they went with the movie they rejected for the next one. But some other very interesting stuff is because after that one was part 5 that had Mickey Rooney in it. And let me tell you something about Mickey Rooney. Mickey Rooney was one of the actors that was protesting the first movie very publicly.
That's right.
Because he did not want a killer Santa movie.
That's
And
right.
then
I
by
didn't
part
want
5,
that.
he's in the franchise.
Hey everyone, it's Mickey Rooney here.
Oh my god!
This is one of the
Mickey
creepiest-
Rooney just walked into my bedroom. Mickey Rooney, I'm sorry, we're not watching the one you're in.
That's okay. I like this one better.
There's nothing to be afraid of, Mickey. Go where the dreams go. Just sleep. You have to.
I remember when we shot this.
Mickey, this isn't the one you're in.
Oh right, I forgot.
This doctor is the opposite of ASMR if you are listening to the actual audio, by the way.
I like to think Monty Hellman called cut like 5 minutes ago, and he just continues to say "dream" like over and over again. And he's
You
like,
know, there's a
like-
lot of scenes in this movie that I'd like to think that he called cut 5 minutes before they finished actually recording.
I've seen this one. This
those
is
are coming
when
up.
The twist is that the doctor's a pervert, right? Just reminding you that you probably would rather be watching the first film.
Now, see, you don't want to watch the first one. You want to watch the second one because the first one, the second one recaps it, shows all the good stuff, cuts all the boring parts out, and then adds a new story on top of it with it's garbage day and all that. So watch the second one if you're gonna watch one. And it's like, you know what scenes that they're picking
Jesus
here,
Christ.
you know. And
This
is why
whole
Ricky-
opening sequence could just so easily be like an Elm Street movie.
I like to think that this had nothing to do with Silent Night, Deadly Night, and they added in that footage later after the fact.
Well, they kind of decided to use Ricky begrudgingly.
It's a total coincidence, though. There's lots of people named Ricky.
She's got the Shawn Michaels cross earrings going on.
Oh, she wishes if Shawn Michaels was in this movie, he would be convincingly playing a blind person because he is cross-eyed as fuck. All right, we have Bill Moseley again.
That joke
just
went over
laying
Chris's
there.
head since he doesn't watch wrestling.
You know,
Sorry.
it's
No,
got to be
you're-
pretty cool. Like I know that
You're not
that
missing
stuff Bill's wearing is very uncomfortable, probably, but
She looks like
just
she's putting
gets to
her
be
clothes
asleep
back
for half
on.
the movie. Yeah, she shouldn't be having to tuck in her shirt after this doctor put her to sleep. She wasn't changing. And his tie's very undone and crooked. What was going
Bill
on?
Moseley's in Twin Peaks, right?
I don't know about that.
Why does he just look like a Twin Peaks character?
He's Chop Top from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. He is Otis from House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. He's the mainstay of every horror convention I've ever been to, probably. Dude loves giving back to the fans. I'll tell you that much. This is a very nice man right here.
Just like he loves
Bill
giving back
Moseley.
to his patients. Next joke.
Oh, you mean the doctor? The doctor, you're thinking he just looks like a bootleg Ray Wise. That's all.
The doctor is Richard Baymore.
Oh.
You guys ever watch the Richard Bay show? Kind of a bootleg Jerry Springer. It's very interesting. This is the kind of riveting commentary you're going to get for this riveting movie.
Well, I was waiting for the. It's funny, like nothing about this is reminding me of Christmas right now. So,
They just had Santa rape somebody, dude.
Oh,
How much more Christmas do you
That
need?
is true.
There's red and green fluids being injected into Bill Moseley back there.
See, we should do commentary for like a better movie and make up scenes. So, like in that dream sequence, let's just pretend Santa turned into Freddy and was like, "Deck the halls, bitch."
Ooh, okay. I got a question for you guys. That makes me think of, okay, so if you could pick one horror franchise to include a Christmas sequel, which would it be?
I would do Friday the 13th because you would have to get out of the summer camp tropes and have Jason in the ice and snow. I know fan movies have done that, but
So
not with Christmas.
Jason versus Santa?
No, just Jason murdering people on Christmas.
Okay.
Or you know what? I would make Halloween on Christmas just to fuck up the whole franchise even more.
It's like Michael Myers wakes up and it's like, oh God, he's confused. He thinks it's Halloween.
He watches The Nightmare Before Christmas and it just completely ruins his mind.
He's just like walking around, just like confused as shit by all of the Christmas trees and stuff. Where are the jack-o'-lanterns?
This is something that they never follow up on, that her soul is older than they will imagine because she has magic powers. Never followed up on in the whole movie.
I really hope the whole movie is just in this doctor's office.
It gets there. So here's the deal. When movies were made at this time for the rental market, if they weren't at least 80, 90 minutes long, the audience would feel ripped off. So you're going to notice a little bit of padding here to get to a 90-minute runtime, which it barely gets to. And so
Which they pretty much do with
with
TV shows now.
Let's just say we skipped over the obvious. We skipped over the obvious. She'll allow me to go as deep as I want jokes because that's just low hanging fruit. Everybody,
he's crying. He's crying. There's a tear coming from Ricky's eye right now.
Okay, Zach.
I hope you know.
So you can.
This scene
Zach, what's your Christmas sequel?
Hold on. This scene is amazing. We need to talk about it.
We do need to talk about the scene, but I will answer your question in a second, Chris.
Okay.
Because this receptionist is a huge bitch.
She's a huge bitch, and the actress calls her huge bitch. It's great. She's blind. She's like, "Can you tell me when my brother comes to pick me up?" And she's like, "I don't fucking feel like it. No."
Okay, this reminds me.
Job.
This reminds me of an old lady we have that works at my store, and she's pretty much the exact same way. She's just sassy to everybody.
She's like, "How about you get yourself some eyes and see your brother come?" And I'm like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" Not in those words, but it's how she said it.
You know, I love the walking stick.
Those black and white shirts must be very popular.
Dude, look at this guy with this baby.
He's just like sticking his tongue out of it.
He's like pulling her like a rag doll.
That looked like a rock star cameo.
Oh, wait until you see the brother. Can you really hate a nurse that's drinking chocolate milk at her desk, though? I mean, come on.
That'd be me.
She's terrible.
Cowboy boots, tights, classic combination.
Anyway, I was gonna say,
89,
Laura, I love her walking stick, and I just wish they let her go like a little daredevil with it, but alas, that does not happen.
Doesn't get used as a weapon once. In fact, it's very disappointing how she ends up defending herself later.
So to answer your question, Chris, you said what horror franchise would I like a Christmas sequel to?
Yes.
Was that the question, more or less?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna say something silly and say The Ring.
The Ring. Okay.
Just imagine they're watching, like home Christmas movies, and then all of a sudden, you see Santa or going out of the chimney.
Oh God!
And then he starts walking towards the screen.
I want to point out that the director decided to show her wait for her brother in real time at this point. This scene goes on for another 2 or 3 minutes of just waiting.
Or it's just Samara coming out of the well, but she has like a Santa hat on for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah.
Just because it's like set in December.
Well, we can do that with
some
careful editing. We can make that a reality.
Okay, so it's been 1 minute of actual waiting in the waiting room. But that's just from when she sat down.
This is important to the plot, Casey. And you see that she's...
I want to point out there's no voiceovers happening.
When you see that she's patient and resilient.
There's a lot of staring off into the distance in this movie.
She's blind, dude. Where do you want her to look?
Oh, this is true. I probably should edit that.
You can't.
You can't edit
It's
it
timed.
out.
We get her first clairvoyant look at the future right here.
It just cuts right now, and there's no one there.
And this is a great reveal. I love it so much. And yeah, this is just interesting. 2 minutes in actual waiting, by the way.
Oh my god.
Oh, there we go. We get some squirt. Somehow it got on her hand and she's smearing the blood all over her face.
Well, that's what I do. I mean,
oh, and then Steven Adler from Guns N' Roses comes and saves her. What's up, Steven Adler? All right, that is not really Steven Adler, but he looks like him. This is the exceptionally I wouldn't say heavy metal brother,
Merry
but
Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas, not for you, because you're gonna die, bitch. She knows, and she does not warn her. This is not how you set up a hero for your movie. Everyone in this movie is kind of an asshole, by the way.
Well, I think Nurse kind of deserves it, honestly.
So anyway, the brother, there's a couple scenes in here that make you think they might be fucking. She's insanely jealous of the brother getting a new girlfriend, first of all. Also, there's a jacking off joke towards the brother right about now-ish that is very inappropriate for a brother and sister to be making towards each other.
Ooh, too much touching.
Yeah, that's that. Okay, how do I get off my belt? And she jerks off the belt. You don't make that. Okay,
choice.
I'm an only child, but I would say you would not make that joke to your sibling.
Christmas in California.
I guess it depends on the siblings. I mean, I've never made that joke with my sister, but we have an asshole Santa.
Okay, this is the director. Okay,
this is the director too.
Is every Santa the director?
No, this is the director. I might have been wrong about the other one, but this definitely is the director. And see, what happened was they originally had a Santa that was acting normal in this scene, like a normal Santa trying to cheer him up.
I don't know. I think
and the director's like, no, we need him to be mean. We need him to be an asshole. We need him to deserve to die. So he decided to be this weird Santa that seems like he may pull Bill Moseley's dick out at any moment,
I don't know.
Or his own.
I think that's Richard Attenborough, actually.
He keeps making jokes about him being a vegetable, and there's some of the worst puns I've ever seen. I do want to point out that this was after an extensive rewrite, once again.
Casey, this is clearly...
Sure, they wrote it in a week, but it was an extensive
Casey, this
rewrite.
is clearly Richard Attenborough
This
prematurely
is exactly
reprising
what
his role.
happened. This is Jason X, way before Jason X, okay? This is Jason X when they started fucking, and Jason comes back to life. Right here. This Jason X ripped off Silent Night, Deadly Night 3. You better watch out.
Because he's sensing the Santa Claus from within the coma.
And so the evilish doctor says that it's because Laura woke him up. No, he's clearly detecting a Santa and decides to kill him.
Man, what are the odds?
Some of the great acting by the director, by the way.
I mean, I seldom encounter people dressed as Santa in my life. So for this man to be in a coma and for a man in a Santa costume to just walk into his room.
So we very quickly get to see Laura talk to her shrink and say that the receptionist was a bitch. And he's like, oh, that's why you were imagining her dying. Because, all day, every day, people just imagine people dying.
Oh, wait, this is
right,
Dr.
guys?
Newberry. Never mind. This is Richard Bamer. I don't know who the actual doctor is in this movie.
Okay, so that previous doctor is definitely in Twin Peaks then. I'm not imagining things.
Seeing things, if you will. Okay.
Sorry, everyone. We were very prepared for this, as you can tell.
I did some research.
Are you guys excited for any horror-related Christmas things?
Oh no,
Richard
Bamer was Dr. Newberry.
Damn it, Zach! I'm trying to
Never
ask
mind, guys.
thought-provoking questions.
This is not Dr. Newberry. This is a different guy. Sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
Are you guys excited for any Christmas-related horror things this year?
We're getting some good like Killer Santa stuff. We have Violent Night, which is the David
Yes.
Harbour movie.
Yes.
And I've
And
heard
then we
good
have
things.
Yes.
then we have Christmas Bloody Christmas, which is
Yeah.
about a killer robot Santa.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
looks kind of cheesy, but I'm gonna watch it anyway.
I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna like that more than the other one.
It looks a
but,
little too self-aware for me.
I feel like it just doesn't have the guy that ruined Hellboy in it. So
Hey, that's not his
Oh,
fucking
it wasn't
fault.
David. Yeah.
Don't blame David Harbour for being in a bad movie.
I blame him. I blame him for Black Widow also.
He was the best part of Black Widow.
You don't get. He was. Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know. Yelena was pretty great.
There's a
she was
great
hilarious.
great shot of a back of a chair right there.
He's mixing patterns, and it's really bothering me. Like that tie should not be worn.
You know,
with
in the
that shit.
80s, you had to have wood paneling
solid
and
color.
plants in every single room.
And it was sexy as fuck, and we should go back to it.
I was born the year this movie came out.
I was 9. I was in 3rd grade.
Did this come
I
out in
guess.
December?
4th grade.
Probably came out in like the
Yeah,
middle
so
of
I would have been in
June.
4th grade. A lot of good movies came out in 1989. In fact, Zach, did we do a 1989 episode?
I think we did.
We need to go back to doing the
I
year.
want to remind
episodes.
people that this is the year that Batman came out. 2 very different movies.
And I
I'd
was
rather be
there
watching
in the
Batman.
theater as a 2-month-old.
I just really wish we had done a commentary for Batman Returns instead, like I wanted.
I mean, it's you never proposed that one, Casey.
Here we go. Okay, this is one of the best Ricky dress up scenes in the movie. We're gonna see a much better one at the end of the film. I'm just gonna point that out right now.
Oh,
Santa's
gosh.
dead. Santa's dead. He's been intubated.
So he didn't take his costume.
Oh no, he doesn't need it, dude.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna hang butt cheek for 90% of this movie, actually. At least a solid 60%.
So the Killer Santa franchise doesn't want him to dress up as Santa.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, part 2, he's barely Santa in that.
Well, part 2 is like not even a movie. It's just not.
Okay, here we go. So her vision was correct. Shouldn't have left a scalpel on the nurse's station desk.
At least she screamed into
That's
the
just
telephone.
irresponsible. There we
For
go.
help.
That is the same shot from before. And the blood squirting was possibly ketchup. We get to see Heavy Metal Brother wearing different heavy metal clothes. This time he's wearing a Canadian tuxedo. He's wearing, there's no back patches. I'm very disappointed in that. This is where Laura Herring gets to meet the other Laura.
Damn, that man has some wicked
And,
chest hair popping out of that shirt.
Oh, wait until you see him without it.
Chris tells me you give great head.
What?
Yeah. And then she says, I'm good with my hands too. This is they just met.
I love the rapport right away. It's just great.
I'll just sit in the back here. away
It's
from
weird 'cause,
these
like, she
two
seems
weirdos.
Like she acts like she's gonna be cool with it earlier, and then all of a sudden, right away, she's just like a
Here we
total
go.
like fuck this.
Here we go. We got some Bill Moseley, who probably would have showed his ass if the director asked, honestly. But the small talk between Laura and Laura Herring, this is gonna be very confusing. Some of the best small talk ever written, as we will soon see.
Everything
Are you
about.
guys excited? Go ahead, Chris.
I'm
just to
actually
say everything-
trying to place.
I'm just marveling.
This
Hey, it's the
portion.
101.
Yeah, 90% of this movie takes place on my drive to work.
It is a freeway heavy movie, so get ready, gear up, everybody.
Okay, so small talk right there. So Laura, how long have you been handicapped? Great way to talk to somebody you just met with a
To be
visual
fair,
impairment.
she just said, "I heard you give great head," so I don't think she gives a
I
shit
was
about
just
decorum.
marveling at the choices made for this movie. Like, hey guys, we want to do a Silent Night, Deadly Night sequel. It should be a Christmas horror film. What do we got? Well, let's shoot most of it on near the 101
Yeah,
and in doctors'
it
offices.
actually most of the movie takes place in Peru, which is right next to my house. Well, not right next to it, but it's on the way to my work. Definitely.
I was going to
We're
say, at
seeing
least this
flashbacks.
looks good. Obviously, it's not from
Well,
this
because it's
movie.
from the last fucking
I
movie.
know.
This is
I know.
okay.
So
I want to
this-
point out the cop we see later in the movie is supposed to be this guy. Okay, completely different person.
Oh,
Shoot
really? I
First,
did not
ask
realize
questions
that.
later.
Yeah.
So this came out a year after Friday the 13th Part 7, which I think was the part with the psychic, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct? Yeah. So they were
Yes.
clearly just like trying to go off of that.
Which is a ripoff of Carrie, pretty much.
Yeah.
New Blood, pretty decent movie.
I see,
there we go. He's hitchhiking to Peru.
There should be a monument of Bill Moseley as this character right in front of that freeway sign, like just standing in the
what?
road with like a hitchhiker thumb.
I don't drive through Peru, but I drive by that sign at 4 to 5 times a week, depending on which way I go to work. And so this guy picks him up in a beater of a car, some real Jeepers Creepers looking shit. And
What if he just got murdered? Like the wrong guy picked him up.
oh
Now the
yeah, you
killer
just
has been
killed the
killed.
slasher 2 minutes into the movie. That's a pretty good psycho twist. He has an ugly Christmas sweater, and he gives it to him. Oh, you just gave warmth to the wrong guy. And also, this guy, it takes him a good 5 minutes in his clearly fake mustache to make him look more like Cheech Marin. It takes him a good few minutes to notice that this guy has his brain exposed. A lot of people kind of ignore that throughout the movie. Like it's a normal thing to see someone with a glass dome on their head with their brain exposed. Driver's murdered. He's dead.
I mean, that's what
He's
you get for
dead.
picking
And he
up
left the
someone
sweater.
in a hospital gown with an exposed brain.
And this isn't bullshit like Halloween. You see, Ricky knew how to drive already.
Zach, I feel like I stepped on a question you were going to ask earlier.
I forgot the question. So
Are we
let's move
excited for
on.
something?
I was
Are
gonna
we
say.
excited?
I was gonna say. Are you guys excited for a Christmas Story 3? A Christmas Story Christmas?
You know what? It doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look that bad.
It doesn't.
It doesn't, but the second one was terrible.
Well, it was, but this makes this one looks like Citizen fucking Kane compared to that second one.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
We'll
There's a
see.
lot
It
of-
just seems like they tried to make like a modern like holiday comedy, but with
Yeah,
the
I'm
cast from
Pretty
Yeah.
Christmas Story.
sure.
It felt like a throwback.
Tweaker,
Though.
the farmer's friend? Oh, Tweaker, the framer's friend. Okay.
So this is they're watching The Terror, I think, on the TV,
course.
right?
Yes, which is the director's movie here. But
9
I
people.
want to
directed
point
this
out the
here.
nice collection of pine cones and turtle wax.
Mhm.
Pine cones and turtle wax. Interesting. There's
And one of
also
those creepy masks.
lots of booze over the lamp.
I think my sister had one of those.
Someone's
creepy
having some fun.
masks.
You know, they decided this movie wasn't horny enough for a few minutes, so they decided to have a sexy phone call go on at the same time.
We're getting a lot of good
It's a
Christmas.
movie that tries to
stuff
do a
this
lot
year.
of things that other horror movies do, but they do everything off screen. So most of the time when people get killed, it's off screen. When anything remotely horny happens, off screen.
Well, people don't want to actually watch that stuff, Casey. They just want to be told about it.
Yeah. I mean, clearly this was shot in a way
Don't
that the
forget your Santa
MPAA wouldn't butcher it because this is when they were. But yeah, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. Oh no.
Nostalgic Pepsi
Get a
can.
nice shot of an old school Pepsi can.
I
Some
want to talk
Lay's.
dirty to you.
Come back.
I really wish that she had started talking to Ricky at this point.
Yeah. Ricky should have picked up the phone.
In any good horror movie, that would have happened.
That has absolutely happened in a movie. I'm just trying to figure out which movie it was.
Oh, it's happened in multiple movies.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
This, We do get Boris Karloff on the screen.
I hope you guys are jealous because I get an early screening of the Will Ferrell Ryan Reynolds Christmas movie that's coming out this year.
Is it
That looks
related
fun.
to Elf? It's like, Will Ferrell, you can stop, bro. You've got the Christmas movie. You just stop.
No, he has to outdo Tim Allen.
It's true. Everyone should outdo Tim Allen. It's not hard. Horrible human being. Okay. This is the nice grandma.
This is nice.
Aw.
I like this. This is a great scene.
So of course,
This is as Christmassy as it gets. So.
Yeah, this is you just want to kick your socks off. You just want to watch a
I
Christmas
don't know. It looks like
film with
It
grandma.
looks like it was a fucking veggie bowl, not like delicious cookies or
Mm.
something. Just saying. And that colander is suspect at best.
And no 80s kitchen would be complete without some sort of blast chicken.
I gotta say that tile work above the stove is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I actually really like those.
I can
tiles.
smell the room. I
Um,
can smell this room.
Oh yeah, it smells like old lady farts. Yeah.
Face that damn turkey.
Yeah. Again, in real time, we have to watch the whole uncut turkey basting.
So this is an instructional
This
video
movie,
about how to baste your
you don't
turkey.
get 90 minutes out of that.
They're building the
We're
tension,
actually gonna have to
Casey.
wait. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Oh gosh, you're dumb. You forgot the
Does
butter.
she have a thing of Legos above the fridge?
Oh, I hope so. I think I know where this gas station is, and it's still there. And I think it's the one that blew up a couple months ago. Yeah, that really happened. A truck crashed into it, like a big rig crashed into this gas station, and like half of it blew up. I think this might be it. But if it's closer to Ojai, then I'm off. Or I'm sorry, Piru. They also make a joke. You're going to Peru for Christmas? No, I'm going to Piru. It's a stupid joke, but I get it constantly because my girlfriend lives in Indio. So I say I'm going to Indio, and someone will always say, "You're going to India for Christmas?" So it's very true to life. But a lot of this is shot on real locations. They did not use sound stages, which you can tell because we see a lot of ceilings. Like way more ceilings than in a normal
More
movie.
ceilings than in
But-
Citizen Kane.
We see a working fireplace right here. You do that in a studio, you're going to have some problems.
This house has some mighty fine lamps.
I was about to say, Zach. I think
does.
I think my parents had that lamp.
It's a nice ass lamp.
My favorite
I
thing
gotta
about
say though, the handles on the drawers, they just look very uncomfortable.
watching
to
movies from
actually
like the
use.
late 80s, early 90s, I'm always looking for shit that my parents used to own.
Mhm.
As we see the actor almost actually back up into the gas pump.
Well, maybe they let the blind girl drive at this point. We don't know.
Yeah, they're just like, you might as well. Oh, we get him decapitated and talking on the
He's watching
phone.
the TV. Chili.
Is that
Yeah,
chili or
Get
cranberry
some
sauce?
chili to go with your. It's just,
not cranberry
it's
sauce.
That's
Oh!
not cranberry sauce.
seasonal chili that goes with the turkey. Don't you know anything, Zach?
Okay, so before a listener complains, even though our
I
listeners
love.
don't
He doesn't
usually
even put the
complain.
beanie all the way over.
No, he's still got some bolts,
His head was just
Um,
cold.
Like he thought enough to like try to put one on, but not enough to actually cover the whole thing. It must not have fit all the way, and so they're like, "Oh, fuck it, just it looks
Yeah.
good."
The
enough."
doctor's
We
just
get to
pissed.
see the Santa getting carried off.
They're
It's-
gonna
okay,
keep me
so
up
this
here all
cop-
night.
Was supposed to be the cop that we just saw, okay? That cop was supposed to be the one we saw
The
shooting
one with
Ricky
the white hair.
From the first
Yes.
one, from the first
Yes.
Silent Night, Deadly
How
Night.
long has
from
it
the second
been?
one.
No, that was the first one. That was a
It's
recap
been
from
15
the first one.
It's been like 30
You
years.
sure about that? That was the
Yeah.
end of the second one. The
No,
wasn't
that's the end of the first.
one. When the first one was indoors.
You said that when it was the cop shooting the guy outside the nun
Yeah, that's from the second
school.
movie.
No, that's the first one.
Yeah, the first one's the
Are
one
you
that has
sure?
fucking snow in it.
Ricky is shot in a house.
Oh God, it's been a while. I've seen them
I-
all. I've seen them all.
I just watched it.
They run together. Also, don't trust the way that doctor in the background's walking. They quickly block him out of the shot.
I feel like I'm watching Barnaby Jones right now.
Oh, you get a
That
lot
is
of
a
these too, so
shit
buckle
brown
up.
jacket.
It becomes half of this becomes like a buddy cop movie with these two guys. It's tremendous.
This is like The Naked Gun
Yeah.
without jokes.
Basically,
Yeah.
they
I
try.
mean,
They
there's a
try.
couple. Yeah. I mean, it is pretty funny how the guy loses his cop car eventually. Ain't science great? There's your joke. There's your joke.
It's just fascinating the lack of anything interesting, except
I
for
love
this
that.
scene,
I
of
love-
course.
This
I say
is
that way
why
immediately
I
'cause
wanted
it's
to do
very
this
interesting.
movie. Scenes like this are why I wanted to do this movie. Because at this point, they were envisioning Ricky right here as a horror franchise star. And I just want to really point that out. That they thought this would be someone that can hold up with
I
Jason.
just don't understand
and
why he's
Michael.
not wearing the Santa Claus.
Jason, Michael, Freddy, Chris. You've seen the movie Shocker. That clearly deserved 3 films more than this did. And this shit got 5 films. 5 films. And Shocker got 1.
Well,
So let me tell you, Horace Pinker, a hell of a lot more intimidating than whatever the fuck Bill Moseley was doing right there.
this has like a niche, which is it's a Christmas thing. We've got a killer in a Santa Claus costume, at least in the first damn movie. Just weird they did
Yeah, in
not
the
follow
second.
through with it.
No, you can put a Santa hat on that dome. It's not going to fit.
I'm surprised they didn't do a sequel to Black Christmas. Like, it even gives you a tease at the end of Black Christmas.
It does tease a sequel at the end, yeah.
And yet nothing.
Just endless remakes.
Yeah, I'm not a huge. I wanted to do Blood Rage. Let's just I was halfway through telling the audience. I just wanted to do Blood Rage. It's not available on streaming for a lot of people, so I didn't think you guys would watch it if we did that. I wanted something available in streaming, and this jumped out right at me.
I'm not going to say what I wanted to do in case we do it next month. But, it was not this.
Next month, next week.
Yeah, do it next week. I'll be out of the country.
It's all right. Melody will join us for the last episode this month.
I think she wanted to do this one.
She wanted to do Silent Night, Deadly Night 3.
She's just like, well, why the hell not?
Oh yeah, this is an interesting one to inflict on you guys. But this scene is so great.
I mean, they're clearly trying to do like a Frankenstein's monster kind of thing here, but like
they are. He's seeing the family. He realizes
That's why he's wearing
this is
green.
Laura's grandma, but he's also seeing her.
Do you see the picture that it's framed with the brother like holding his sister?
A little too much, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You say Frankenstein. I'm getting a Coneheads vibe. Was that Martin Luther King in the background?
It
There's
is.
a giant picture of Martin Luther King.
Why not? He was a great man.
I guess. Well, I had a very racist grandma, so seems unnatural to me.
I feel like they're like, you know what? We have one person of color in the whole film. So let's spice it up a
you
little
guys are
bit.
from California.
Or it's from the original
know
home,
about
or they just wanted to show the grandma
You
wasn't
guys are
racist.
from California. You don't know about the racist grandmas that everyone my age shares.
My grandmas were not racist.
All of our grandmas were racist.
Uh,
Everyone I knew's grandma was racist. Something we all have in
look
common.
at this. She's giving him a present, and he's going to give her death's sweet embrace. He's going to give her the gift of darkness and emptiness. But it's going to take a really long time for everyone else to find out. Even though we know.
You know, I feel really
she's
bad.
got gas.
I feel really bad about
She's
that
got gas.
grandma dying, so I'm just going to pretend she was racist.
It's great though because the faces that Laura's making right now, she may be shitting her pants in the car, or she's having a psychic episode. We do not know. And again, yeah, this is right off the 126 freeway. I know they showed the 101 earlier, but this is all 126. Riveting to anyone that's not in California.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful,
I'm
beautiful
very
landscape.
jealous of that wagon wheel that is propped on the front of the house, though. It's a very nice wagon wheel. Gives it a nice Western feel of this house.
Which you want in your Christmas movie.
Laura Herring here, very early in her acting career. She still has quite a bit of an accent here that is gone in future acting roles.
She was like Miss USA, right?
I don't know. She's originally from Mexico. I know that.
She became the first Hispanic woman crowned Miss USA in 1985. You guys have any holiday decorations up yet? Or are you kind of in that middle phase?
Absolutely. I have Halloween ones that are up all year. I do got to say, though, shout out to a really cool Halloween decoration. You know, the Squishmallows that are all the rage right now, right? They have a Bumble, and it is beautiful, and I almost bought it yesterday.
How do you decorate for the holidays, Casey? Because you're very I mean, you're not anti-Christmas. You're just anti-Christmas music. So
okay, so I have a tree that is almost entirely Star Wars ornaments to where I have to rotate out characters. I have a one character per tree per year rule because, you know, I got like 4 different Lukes. I've basically been collecting the Star Wars ornaments since like 96 or 98, whenever Hallmark started. I have a pretty extensive collection. So that's kind of my Christmas thing, is putting Star Wars ornaments on the tree.
We have not started decorating.
Star Wars has always kind of been a part of Christmas, except for like the dark years where you couldn't get Star Wars stuff.
We have not
Chris,
started.
what about you?
We have not started decorating yet, but I've seen several Christmas trees go up in the apartments around us.
Yeah, I'm not.
I haven't seen too much yet.
I'm not seeing it in my neighborhood. You know, the only people I see in other neighborhoods are like people that don't have HOAs and they just leave it up all year anyway. Like the lights are always there.
You want to wait till at least like around Thanksgiving to start decorating, because we don't want to like kill it too early.
Yeah.
You don't want to like get sick of it. By the time December, you're December 10th, you're like already tired of this shit.
Yeah. I already have been encountering Christmas music while shopping. I went to Five Below today.
Oh yeah.
And shout out to Five Below for having the Mexican street corn Cheetos, by the way. They were very hard to find until now.
Although
even the gas station by my work sells them now.
Although this morning it was like nearing the 20s. It was so fucking cold. So it was almost like we felt like it should have been Christmas.
This is a balmy 65 here.
I would just like to point out it is November 13th, and I've already lost Whamageddon. Already, just flipping through radio stations. Already lost the Wham challenge.
I gotta say, I am still alive. I made it through all of last year. All of last year.
Whamageddon being...
Darn you, Casey.
2 years I've done it.
It's a challenge to avoid hearing Last Christmas by Wham as long as you can. And I lost it.
It has to specifically be the Wham version, though. If it's a cover, it does not count.
It was the Wham version.
Pretty sure I have 2 covers of that song.
I do not have a Christmas playlist because I hate Christmas music.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I fucking love Christmas music. I have a ginormous playlist. The more obscure, obscure Christmas song, the better.
See, that's how I am with Halloween. Like, I have stuff that the Purple Stuff podcast will never feature on their Halloween jukebox. Okay,
I need to find out what. I'm sure I know the answer to this, but I would need to find out what is the most covered Christmas song of all time. White Christmas.
Yeah, it's gonna be something public domain. I'm sure.
So I love that their grandma's missing. They don't seem that worried about it, and he tells her to run a bath.
I mean,
That's
how
concerned they are.
That's what you.
He's gotta bust
Times
one.
of trouble, run a bath.
I mean, I don't blame him considering, but like, I'm sorry,
That
guys.
Veronica Vaughn is
Yeah.
one hot piece.
It's okay. We know Zach would sell out his grandmother to get some in a bathtub now. We know.
Silent Night, White Christmas, and Jingle Bells are the most covered songs in the holiday canon. This is from 2015, so it might have been
You know,
updated.
I gotta say, I hate musicals too, but I did see the musical theater version of White Christmas at a dinner theater, and it was pretty nice. Food wasn't that great, though. I was kind of disappointed in that part.
Number 1 is Silent Night, apparently, followed by White Christmas, and then Jingle Bells. And then
That
the
makes sense
Christmas
because
song.
Silent Night is old as fuck. Okay.
I would think it'd be Jingle Bells because it's like happier.
Religious stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is you're gonna see some chest hair, not from her.
What a shame.
You're gonna see some hairy nipples, not from her.
Yeah, yeah,
Really a shame.
yeah. So that's a little concerning. If you look out a window, like, is that what she's seeing out the window? Because that's the front of the house, so it doesn't really make sense. Like, they make this look like, oh, here we go. Here comes the walking carpet himself. And you may notice things are very
traditional
different in
Christmas
Mulholland
bath.
Drive.
This is like the bathtub we have at home. It is not big enough for
Yeah,
two people. I'm always fucking
that-
freezing in our bathtub because it's so small.
These captions are artfully placed. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's funny though because he's got his hair clearly stuck in the fucking
Okay, I just have to comment
faucet
on
handles.
how slyly she just turned around in that bathtub. I don't know if you've ever tried to turn around in a bathtub, but it's kind of an ordeal.
What's up with all the bubbles blowing in the water though? She totally farted.
Silent Night.
Oh, this is like I'm going
Damn
to
it,
work
Zach.
tomorrow morning again.
Holy
What are you
night.
doing?
This is exactly
Draw
me
the
going to work.
bath. Wash the
In the
ape.
tub.
I get to see my shitty commute in 1989, and this is fucking with me a little bit. I gotta admit.
I don't just have. I'm looking in my iTunes playlist right now because this movie's not.
So this is where he says he was the cop and he shot him.
Okay, so
And
yeah,
they're like-
he's the cop from the second movie then, because
Yeah, and then they're like, so hey, where does the grandma live? Oh, Orange Groves. Oh, we can find her that way. Okay, first of all, that whole freeway is all Orange Groves. There is no way they would be able to pinpoint one person. Come on.
you know it's weird. He's supposed to be the cop from the second movie, but they didn't show any scenes from the second movie with him shooting Ricky from
They
the
don't
second
have the
movie.
rights to. They don't have the rights to scenes from the second movie. They have rights to scenes from the first movie.
Why? That doesn't
don't
make any
know.
sense. It's supposed to
I
be
don't
the
know.
character from the second movie, not the first movie. We see a recap of the cop shooting the Santa from the first movie, so they're pretending that's Ricky from the second movie. Is that what
Zach,
was
you
going
clearly don't
on?
understand
Yes.
the intricacies that are the Silent Night, Deadly Night.
That was from the first movie.
We don't see Garbage Day Guy once in this whole movie, even
Yeah,
though this is supposed to be.
Just
him.
gotta
Yeah.
say, Ricky's got nothing on his brother. Having watched the first one just the other day, his brother is much more visceral.
Okay, I've
And,
got.
you know-
okay.
he gets shit done.
So I have multiple playlists. I have a Christmas master playlist. I have a Christmas party playlist. I have a depressing Christmas music playlist called Blue Christmas
Of course.
and Christmas instrumentals,
Yeah,
as well as holiday
uh,
cocktail party, which is mostly like
Is this
Frank Sinatra.
also the terror that we're seeing here?
No, that's black and white.
Yeah, I was gonna say this. I'm wondering what this is.
Well, this is my thesis film.
This is actually a very interesting and symbolic film to have someone watch in a movie about a
Blind.
visually impaired.
She's like, "Oh
Main
my god, how
character.
shocking! Wait, I'm supposed to be blind. I can't see anything."
Yeah, but like she's feeling that shit. You know what I mean?
Telepathically.
And here we are,
Yeah.
totally unconcerned that their grandma is missing. Just looking at
But
the
they're
stars.
nice and clean. That's what's important.
Yeah, I feel like they're rocking the jeans. It should be like a Levi denim ad or something.
Yeah, he needs a back patch. He's like poser metal, man. He's like Winger when he should be like at least like Anthrax or something, you know?
When I first saw him, he reminded me, you know, the Are You Afraid of the Dark episode with like the dark music, like the bully dude that's like picking on the kid, and then he gets locked in like the killer closet. That meets like Brian Pillman or something.
You know, apparently Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys is a Christmas movie.
I mean, so we could have been talking about over that instead.
Damn, was there ever a?
You know, I don't even know how much of it was shot.
Was there ever
like,
a Christmas Are You Afraid of the Dark? Missed opportunity.
I don't know.
I don't think so. Missed opportunity.
I gotta say, the brother is cramping my style a bit since I rock the denim and the jeans quite a bit, as Casey knows.
Yeah,
gotta grow your hair out,
Zach is
Zach.
basically Orange Cassidy. Yeah.
I pull it off. And I like, to be fair, I like to mix denim now. I try not to do blue and blue. And make sure they're different shades, everybody. It's okay.
Every time I've seen him, it's blue and blue.
No, it is not. I wore dark blue, and you know, it's like dark blue jacket, blue jeans, or black jeans, or gray jeans, vice versa. I mix denim.
If our group of friends was the Power Rangers, Zach would be Billy.
Join
He wears so much blue.
Join the mixed denim revolution, everybody.
Do you guys ever go to Amoeba Records in Hollywood around
Absolutely.
Christmas
Love
time?
that place. Yeah. I
They-
mean, it's better around Halloween time, but we do
Yeah.
what we got to do. You know what I mean?
Around Christmas time, they used to like just drag out their backlog of Christmas records, and it was insanely huge. Like there was just like any and all kind of Christmas record you could possibly want. They had, and if you watch the documentary Jingle Bell Rocks, it's these guys go to Amoeba Records for the first time, and they see how much Christmas music they have, and they're just like overwhelmed.
It's a great place. I haven't been to the new location yet.
Pretty good. It's pretty cool. It doesn't feel as big. Like the old location had all their movies and DVDs upstairs, so it kind of felt like it felt a lot more expansive.
So it's all one floor now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much.
I was outside it over the summer because I went to a concert at the venue right near it. I'm forgetting the name of it.
I like that I don't live there, and yet I've been, and you guys haven't.
I didn't have time to go inside. I wanted
was it
to.
the Palladium?
We walked there
No,
from the
it's
Grauman's Chinese Theater, which took us a little while.
It's what theater is that? God damn it! This is riveting, isn't it, folks?
Wait,
We're
what?
getting
It
more of
is
this buddy
because we're
cop
watching
comedy
these
here.
What theater are you
guys
talking about?
argue with each other.
The Fonda Theater.
Oh.
That's the theater. That's right next to the Amoeba Music Store, the new
Ain't
location.
got no motor in the back of her Honda.
It's like a block away.
Anaconda.
I don't think it still
had.
had. I don't think it
Still
had the
got bunch
same
on.
smell. I think the smell might have gone. The old location.
It was a distinct
I
smell.
know. Yeah.
Oh, did you? So we missed this brilliant joke here. I don't know if you guys caught that.
No, we
Missed
didn't.
it. He thinks
They're arguing over mysticism and the ability. He keeps calling it magic that her powers. When she was electronically connected to his brain, I think.
I really hope those dolls come to life.
Now you're going to be very disappointed by the rest of this movie, like you have been for up to this point.
This scene started, and I thought it was girlfriend initially because she was like putting clothes on, and I was like, "Oh, it's his sister." Okay.
He just watched her get dressed. Yes. Little creepy. Lot of creepy.
This is some great.
And I don't like the
Terrible
look at his
And
eyes.
he's like buttoning her clothes right now. he's still straightening it out and messing with dude.
She can do that herself.
They're very close. This family.
Yeah, this is
Don't remind me.
Oh, if you weren't a little nuts, you wouldn't be my sister. Ooh,
Dude, to be
I'm
fair,
fucking
Aruga.
this
crazy.
actor was having the time of his life on set. He gets to work with two attractive girls for like a month. You know, I'm sure he was
And
enjoying.
he's like, oh shit, this one's supposed to be my sister. He doesn't sound like Otto Man in the movie. I'm just making him sound that way. Yeah. He looks like the kind of dude that would want to be in a horror movie, like really bad though, right? Like,
No, dude, I dig this guy, except for his behavior.
He even loves his chest wig.
I discovered that his name is Eric DeRay, great name, and his mom was a casting director, which is probably how he got this part. Because I think he assisted with her casting director.
Yeah, don't look him up because you'll see him with his head shaved and it'll just ruin your
And
life.
they are really stretching this part of the movie out. For God's
So they're going for another rock.
You know
They're
what,
finally.
Chris? You know what, Chris? He's in Twin Peaks Firewalk
Oh
with
my
me, though.
God.
Eric DeRay, yeah.
And he's in Lost Highway, and he's in Twin Peaks. So clearly, David Lynch is a fan of this
There you
movie.
go. Honestly,
I love that they're finally.
parts of this that seem
Yeah.
like
He's
a David
also
Lynch
in The
movie.
Blob. He was in the casting department of The Blob. He wasn't in the movie.
He does look like Kevin Dillon in that movie, though.
We really,
Okay.
we
Yeah, he
really have
does.
not seen
Yeah.
our antagonist in quite a long time, have we?
No, and it's like 40 minutes later, and they finally decided to start looking for the grandma, or like an hour
Oh,
later.
homeboy was in Critters 4.
Grandma is so dead.
He was on the Flash television series, but the original one.
I have another interesting earring choice here, which looks like a person,
Yeah, it's like a little squiggle person.
a stick figure.
He looks very different in this, but he's the drug dealer dude from Twin Peaks. Yeah, interesting how David Lynch cherry picked this movie and did not reward her
Oh my
Academy Award winning.
God.
Oh, there he is. There he
How
is.
does she know?
Okay, so why is she screaming? She can't see him right there.
She's psychic. She sensed it.
Yeah.
Chris. Not you, Chris. Movie Chris. Stephen Adler. We have Laura and Laura. We have Chris and Chris. It's very confusing.
They discovered the car trash, but we didn't see it. So we're just taking their word
We
for
can't
it.
see things.
Well,
in this
that's
movie.
expensive, dude.
I don't know, kind of like an important plot element, I guess, sort of like.
Well, I told you everything in this
Nothing's
movie
going on.
happens off
You know
screen.
what they say?
We didn't
Zach?
see
You know
Grandma
what they
die.
say in film school? Tell, don't show.
Exactly.
This is a movie that loves like death reveals, but not
In
actually
fact, if
showing.
you could make a
the,
radio
the
show
stabbings.
instead of a film, all the better for it.
Honestly, though, that might be an MPAA thing. Okay, if you show someone getting stabbed, it's worse than just finding them with their throat ripped out.
Yeah, but what about Intruder, which does both excellently?
Dude, fuck Intruder, man. They spoil the movie on the box art. It's
Okay, well, don't look at the box.
it's impossible not to. It's the streaming image as well. It's like right there.
Oh, besides that, it's a great movie.
I love these old, what do they call these old Christmas lights that have that like yellowish glow to them?
Oh yeah, incandescent.
Incandescent. Yeah,
Yeah, the ones that would light your
I was
house on
getting
fire.
I was getting like advertised on Instagram for some fake incandescent Christmas lights. I was like, God damn, my Instagram knows me so well.
It's funny though, these big lights, like I used to hate them when I was a kid because people were switching to the small ones. And I'm like, oh, we have the old fucking big ones. Now everyone wants the old
That's
big
right,
ones.
because they're awesome.
Yeah, they make like LED versions of them, but they just
Right.
don't look quite as good.
Oh
They just
no,
don't have the same
they
glow.
don't look right at all.
Yeah, no, I was getting
Yeah, like-
advertised for some that had a purposeful incandescent glow to them.
Ooh, I'd be interested.
You got to
in that.
remember, like the real ones were glass, and then the glass was painted. It wasn't a colored light inside.
Right.
I've broken so many of those bulbs. They get so hot.
No, they
These,
do.
like,
They
yeah.
get really
so
hot.
hot. And I'm afraid, like every time, I'm like, this is gonna like burn the house down.
But then I saw that commercial about cutting a potato in half and using it to get the broken bulb out.
oh shit,
Changed my
that's
life.
smart.
Old school Pepsi Pepsi machine.
is-
You guys
back
That's a
remember
good
as
idea.
well.
any nostalgic Christmas commercials from your youth?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
I mean,
creepy Ronald one where he takes the girl ice skating is
Oh, yeah.
always strange. Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
creepy because it's Ronald, though. Like, if any other character other than the Burger
When you're a
King
kid,
did
though,
it, it
you're
would have
like,
been
well,
fine.
it's chill.
Yeah.
Obviously,
yeah.
the,
we would have
uh,
all been bros with Ronald's. I mean, come
He
on.
gives me cheeseburgers.
obviously the Eminem one, which is still played every year. That's a
Oh,
classic.
yeah. That
Yeah.
one's barely even
The
nostalgic
Hershey-
because they play it still.
Yeah.
The Honey Nut Cheerios one with Scrooge,
Yes.
which they
Yes.
still play, even though they keep changing the song.
We got to punch through a door here.
There was like no, I love that there was like no musical sting with that stabbing.
He gets stabbed right through the arm here, and we never see that again for the rest of the movie.
It was like kind of a realistic stab because there was like no music, no like dramatic moment. It was just like so like matter of the fact, just stab in the arm.
Like, no, and she's just sitting there calm. She didn't try to help. She's like, "Oh, it's not her. That he's after." As she's getting strangled, she's just standing there. Oh, he's here.
And we have pretty much maybe the sixth scene of these two talking in the car.
Got to pad
was-
that runtime.
There
to
was a
90
commercial
minutes,
that I
man.
loved that was I think for UPS like 2-night shipping, and it was like this old guy coming in and being like, "I got to send these tutus to Tucson. They need to be there in 2 days." And just kept saying "two" over and over again. Great.
We have another hour and 45 minutes left in this
Oh,
movie.
that's
So
good.
if you need to take a little break, go right ahead. No, actually, it's probably about 20 minutes ish left. Because I know a lot of people are checking their watches while they watch this movie.
Why the
But
hell am
We're
I
an
not
hour and
watching
11
Gremlins?
minutes into this recording. Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry. I remembered this being way more interesting when I suggested it.
Yeah, if you picked my movie, it's way more interesting. As back to commercials, I always liked this cheese commercial where the girl like she goes to her parents to wake her parents up. She's like, Santa came, and she brings them out, and they go into the living room, and Santa has just left her like a giant treasure trove of like everything, a huge car, like a little train track in the living room, just like everything. And the dad goes, "Whoa." Like, what did you leave? She's like, those must have been some cookies you left Santa. And she goes, I didn't leave him cookies. I left him cheese. And then you get a voiceover that goes, the power of cheese.
I think I remember that one.
Then you find like 5 other houses have Santa shitting down their chimney.
It's so
was
good. And
lactose intolerant.
I don't know why it hasn't been played over and over again. I love that commercial. It's a shame.
remember
It's
that
so
one. I
great.
have to
And
look that one up.
the girl is
Okay,
perfect
so
in it.
here we see fake Leslie Nielsen taking a piss, and then the doctor that he's been clashing with the whole time steals his car.
Dude, this should have been Leslie Nielsen. That's exactly the vibe here. It would have been so good. They should have just like tied this in with a Naked Gun movie. It would have been brilliant.
And he cut him off midstream too. He was running, crazy son of a bitch. He runs to the side of the road, calls him a crazy son of a bitch, and then puts his dick back in his pants. That's when you know you got.
The what's the Fruity Pebbles commercial? The ho 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 I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. Barney, my pebbles.
Oh, when he
I'm
Fred
just
finally
Santa.
shares the pebbles.
Oh, Fred.
I always like the Hershey Kiss Bell one. It's just really simple, but
Oh, yeah.
that always
I'll show that one.
gets me in the mood. Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's I wish you a Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, look at that shitty fucking gun from 1875. Gonna protect the family.
See, she's holding that cane, man. She really needed to use it in this movie, and she does not. It's disappointing.
No, she just hugs it. It's really annoying.
She needed to go full Ninja Turtle on his ass.
You know what? They probably borrowed it from a real blind person. They're like, don't break my cane. I need it to see and get around life. And so they're like, okay, we can't really use the cane. We don't have the budget to, make one. We spent it all on fucking denim, apparently. We got 2 budgets. We got ketchup and we got denim. Okay. We can barely get a Santa suit for 30 seconds.
They spent good money on that denim,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it's some
Yeah.
good-looking denim.
It's like a close time commercial. So much denim.
Some Oshkosh bagosh shit here.
Oh, I wish one of them was wearing overalls right now.
Dude, I'm picturing,
Especially if it was Ricky.
you know what I'm thinking of? You know the milk commercial with the kid with the two bullies talking to him, and he drinks the milk, and he starts seeing him see, I'm gonna get older, and he drinks some more milk, and then it like cuts to him does a transition effect, and like he's getting older as he's drinking the milk.
Ricky. Here's Ricky. Oh, he's got him. He just throws him by the neck. He's got the gun.
It's a disappointing
He
fight.
throws the gun away. First of all, how many people does Ricky kill with a gun in the second movie? It's quite a few.
Yeah,
it's quite a few.
That's his weapon of choice for sure.
Right, and he's throwing guns away in this one because they realize it's stupid to have a slasher use fucking guns a movie or two too late.
I thought Chris would put up a better fight here. I mean,
it's okay.
Yeah.
He just has to submit.
And they don't help at all. They immediately run away.
It's okay because Chris has LL Cool J powers. Spoiler. Very clearly fucking dead there, by the way.
Have we seen Liquid in that helmet up to this point? Because I just saw Liquid swish around on that helmet. I didn't notice it earlier in the movie.
A couple shots have the Liquid. A couple shots don't have the Liquid. Because I thought the same thing when I was watching this yesterday to prepare for this episode. And I went back and I checked. When he's laying down, that's very dry.
Clearly trying to do a Dr. Loomis thing here.
Yeah, but you know what? This is what should have happened to Dr. Loomis.
Yeah, but Donald Pleasance is just too awesome, man. You know, you couldn't.
Man, it's like Ricky's not even like scary looking. He dresses like my Uncle Gary.
Oh, God.
Like exactly. Except for the brain thing. You know? But yeah, they thought this was going to be a franchise horror killer, right?
I mean, it's...
Shocker got one movie.
If nothing else, it's putting me in the Christmas mood.
Sammy Kerr got one movie.
See, I'm just picturing Leslie Nielsen in this scenario now, and I'm just really disappointed it's not him.
Yeah,
I
have
guess
you
he would be
seen
the cop.
Repossessed? Repossessed is a great movie.
Yeah.
I was trying to sell our friend Byron that is 41 years old and just saw The Exorcist for the first time this year. Fuck you, Byron, if you're listening.
I'm sure he loves you telling his age to the listener.
He's younger than me. I'm 42. So that's what should have happened.
What's
If
the
he didn't
blinking
have-
light?
Once again, like, no musical sting. I think this movie put itself to sleep.
No,
How do you know there's no musical sting, Chris? You're watching it.
I've got the sound just, like, barely turned up.
Oh, okay.
oh, this is a great scene. I cannot do this justice how hilarious this is. So they've barricaded the door that he tried to come through, you know. Want to point out Laura Herring's character can see completely fine, by the way. Just saying. Okay. So there's one person that can see and one person that can't, but has psychic powers.
Oh,
So who should be able to see this coming better than any
no,
of
for a
us.
second I got them mixed up.
Yeah, so Laura Herring is not Laura. Laura Herring is the actress. Laura is the character played by a different actress. Samantha Scott.
She's not a
That had to have
dancer.
been confusing on
Oh,
set.
so he
Yeah,
through the
it
door.
totally was.
It's barely a door and almost a window. They left that one unblocked. Oops. Want to point out Laura Herring does not play Laura. She is not what is known as a Danza, which is Tony Danza on every show that he's in. Plays Tony so that he
forgot
remembers
his
to
quotes
answer his
here.
name. I would also like to point out that Zach, when he was in Strip Club the series, his character's name was Zach.
That was not. They just decided to do that. I would have been cool.
I wanted to call you Buford.
I would have been down. That's a funny
I
name.
never made that suggestion. I'm just kidding.
So this scene makes no sense to me. So they went upstairs, right? There's only one way
Yeah.
to get upstairs, as far as we know. They closed the door, and then there's this other room. So this is a big ass bedroom.
Yeah, and she seems to be taking her sweet ass time walking around for a killer being
Yeah.
in the fucking house. Right?
Okay, 1, 2, 3. How is this possible? How the hell did he get up there? Did he scale the roof? Like, did he climb the window from outside? There's no way for him to get up
It's
there.
a Christmas
She was
miracle.
walking really slow. She was walking really slow.
They got upstairs and closed the door, and then she goes into another room. Unless there's another entrance to that room that she was in upstairs, and he just went through that door and then hid under the bed for shits and giggles.
I'm telling you, Zach, it's a Christmas
Maybe
miracle.
Grandma was into secret passages, dude.
There's no way he should have been able to get up there. This is still upstairs, right? They have a big ass
It's a
upstairs.
Christmas miracle, bro. It's a Christmas miracle.
Like, they have a lot of room upstairs.
It's a pretty nice house. The worst furniture I've ever seen, but pretty nice house.
Well,
The kitchen is bomb, though. They got a nice kitchen.
Grandma's
Yeah.
not heard of IKEA yet.
And nice pillows. Again, some good lamps. Solid
There's a
lamp
lot of
action.
blood on that one pillow that she doesn't notice.
So this is
She
where
also doesn't. Oh, I can feel you here. Then why aren't you fucking running?
Don't Breathe got their ideas.
Oh, yeah, that was an inappropriate touch. That's clearly ketchup on her chest, by the way. She's tasting it because it's ketchup.
She's not very broken up about either of these people.
Well, she hated her. The brother, she should have been way more sad.
Yeah, but her brother's like, he was all I had. And that was about it. No, she didn't shed a tear.
Well, maybe her psychic powers are letting her know what's really going on with
That's
her
true.
brother.
That's true.
Oh my god.
So, Chris, you want to see the most awkward sex scene in cinema history?
Yes, please.
It's not going to happen. I'm
Damn
just
it.
It's not gonna happen.
You got me so excited.
It's in a tub, too. They just decided to do another one.
It
in
just
a tub
like
with these
hard
two.
cuts
ranges.
to both of them in a tub. Pushing and splashing around.
She's like sudsing his brain helmet.
She hates me.
I gotta say though, he probably didn't get a lot of direction for this role.
You know, as much as I love Bill Moseley, I would have loved to have seen the actor from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 with the brain helmet. Come on.
Yes,
Come on.
absolutely.
Come on. Because honestly, Bill's
you know-
mostly, he's too good for this role.
Poor Bill is being typecast as people with like traumatic head injuries, and you know he was Chop Top before this.
I wonder why they didn't bring back the guy from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 for this. Since it's supposed to be that
because
character.
he was so embarrassed by the movie that he wanted to disappear. It's actually he's gone on record saying this. He quit acting forever after he saw himself in that
Oh
movie.
no.
And until recently, he became a good sport and he started doing conventions and stuff, which means until I found out I could make money, I wanted nothing to do with this movie. Common theme with a lot of horror actors that don't want to be horror actors anymore. But shit, I'd pay for an It's Garbage Day 8x10. Come on. You know, I'd throw a 20 down. Not a 30 though. 30 for the combo though. You know, you get the picture with the 30. And yeah. I don't know. Everyone's raising their prices. 30 for the combo isn't like the normal price anymore. It's kind of annoying. Some people are like 50 a combo. Danny Glover, he was like 80 a combo. I'm like, shit, no. Sorry.
You know,
I'm too old
the
for this
movie
shit.
could have ended at this point.
She has to kill the killer.
Hour and 17, that's a respectable time limit.
I don't know.
That-
If I'm a video store, I'm sitting there with a stopwatch and I'm
That's
saying
about-
you owe me some money back.
That's about the length of the first film. As it should be.
And the second film is about 40 minutes of new footage and a lot of stuff from the first movie.
The first movie's never boring though. The first movie is it's silly, but it's always entertaining.
I always thought Christmas Evil was more fun.
Well, Christmas Evil has one of the best endings for a movie ever.
I need
right?
to see
Is
Christmas
that-
Evil. I haven't
Oh
seen
my
it.
god, Zach.
That's Chris. Is that the one
on the
where
list.
the sleigh thing happens at the end? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
Oh. I know what you're talking about. I do know what you're talking about, Casey. I don't know if that's. I think that is Christmas Evil. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the greatest ending of a Christmas horror film ever, and I know I've seen it. And I can't.
This one is in the running. This one is
This
in the
one is
running.
in the running. Okay, so
John Waters'
she's
favorite
talking to Grandma's ghost. She doesn't quite understand she's talking to the grandma's ghost, which is weird because, she had psychic powers. Never once did she talk to dead people before this.
I definitely just thought the grandma was still alive, and she's just been chilling down there in the basement.
Oh,
just
no,
knitting.
Yeah, just like
Granny
was
got haunted
something
mansions,
happening,
bro. Because, she's
Is
in a
that
room.
nice
She's
young
in a
man with
room
the cereal bowl on his head still
with
up there?
no windows and no doors, which leaves you to the challenge. Find a way out.
Have you seen my picture
course.
of Martin Luther King Jr.?
There's always my way. Ah!
So this girl's powers are terrible. She can sense when the killer's there, but she can't sense when he's killed people, evidently.
And her cane is clearly changed into a mop handle.
You tripped
I don't
over
think
my
that's
box
supposed to be her
collection.
cane. That's not supposed to be her cane.
My collection of boxes
Look
that I
at
leave
these,
around.
these sick fucking moccasins he's got.
This is where she just
open-toed
whacks
moccasins.
the light bulb and knocks the light out. There you go.
This is where Ricky is the least intimidating horror killer ever. Look at those shoes. Seriously. Is this scene directed by Quentin Tarantino
This
by
whole
any chance?
costume is just baffling. This is supposed to be a franchise about a killer Santa Claus, and he's walking around looking like.
They got a lot of heat about the killer Santa thing, Chris. They got a lot of heat.
Still, though, it's why people watch the movie.
The next movie doesn't even have killer Santas. It's got like demons and shit and sororities. It's
If
weird.
you have dressed up as Ricky from Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 3 for like Halloween or any like convention, please let me know. We'd love to hear from you.
No, but like his regular clothes, except for the shoes, my uncle dressed exactly like this. And the brain thing. My uncle didn't have a brain.
I don't know how he's killing anybody because he seems pretty worthless.
She's very gingerly hitting him with that cue stick, and it did kind of break a little on his shoulder. Oh, I'm sorry, broom handle. It's not a cue stick.
I just like that he's killed all these other people, but can't seem to kill this blonde girl. This blind girl.
Oh, there he goes. He breaks it. Oh, he just sealed the nails on his own coffin with breaking.
Who called me Bubblehead?
What? Oh, Chris is still alive, brother. Yes.
So what is for people that were not born in these? What is Memorex?
Memorex is a recording tape that you
Okay.
can record audio on, very high quality. So is it live or is it Memorex?
And
don't
the
know
end.
Because it was.
What was that
and
line
then
in response to?
He just felt like saying it, bro.
That was just supposed to be the cool action hero line. Is it live or is it
Yes,
Memorex?
that was his fucking quip, dude.
With no context.
This is after an extensive rewrite.
So why did he get back up?
So he has a loaded gun, and I gotta say, he got up to not get shot by a gun to kill him, but to get choked to death.
And why didn't he just go down after getting shot?
Oh, he didn't get shot. He got stabbed.
To be fair, it's inconclusive whether he's killed here or just
We
knocked
don't
out.
see him again in the rest of the movie.
We don't. It's unclear.
Yeah. I mean, he got shot in the shoulder, but I mean, it's a shoulder wound. Come on. It's the right side. He's fine. I'm over here, Ricky. Okay. So she has this weapon. This is the most awkward death scene of any movie. I feel like they were trying to go for the final chapter, Friday the 13th, right here, and they fail miserably.
Well, it just doesn't make sense that a shotgun bullet doesn't kill him, but this stick does.
He's a vampire.
That he just falls on.
It's a stake through the heart, bro. Maybe he was a vampire this whole time.
No, that is just.
So our main villain was just defeated by tripping and falling. Cinematic masterpiece. And it's not over yet, folks. It is not over yet because there's a shot in this movie that is the greatest thing you will ever fucking see. And don't you dare stop now.
Wait for the mid-credit scene. No, post-credits, pre-credit scene.
Pre-credits,
That's
yeah.
the one where Nick Fury shows up and says, "Ricky, I'm putting together a team of worthless killers.
Putting together a team. And you're not on it.
You're not on it. You're not good enough." Oh, his guts are hanging out. Jeez.
This is a pretty good moment here too. Saying something
Looking at
snarky.
you.
Give me a call sometime, Doc. And he's still alive. His
He's still
intestines
alive.
fucking hanging out, and he's still alive.
Don't be stupid.
That's what you get for leaving me on the side of the road, you son of a bitch.
And they tease a sequel here because the EMTs do grab Ricky and say, "Yeah, I think we can still save this guy."
Well, it's unclear if it's Ricky or if it's Chris.
You know what? Let's not.
It's Ricky. It's Ricky.
I'm saying they don't say.
The look that the police officer gives, it's Chris. I mean, it's Ricky. It's not Chris. Oh God, this movie. She's saying she loves you, Chris.
I feel the love.
I do think
yeah,
this Samantha Scully. Honestly, I'm surprised she wasn't in more stuff. She had a good presence about her. Like she could have been in an Elm Street movie or something. Like I didn't think she was bad. She just wasn't. It was a tough role.
It really bothers me that the Christmas lights keep blinking.
Okay, so
I never used the blink setting. I never used the blink setting.
Zach, the blood pattern is clearly, and we see the brain. That is clearly Ricky.
Okay, I must have missed that. So with your Christmas lights, do you guys have them steady, alternating colors, like fade in, fades out? I never do the blinking.
I think we have them steady.
I want to give people seizures.
Yeah, the blinking is
call
too
ahead
distracting.
intensive care and set up life support. With a little luck, we can save this guy. And the doctor's like, "Oh,
Do you guys go for
another one of these movies?"
Zach? I'm probably geared more towards you. Do you go for the colored lights or the straight white?
In my room, I have like colored ones. Unlike the outside, like I like kind of a mixture. I appreciate like the warm glow of just a white light, but I like colored lights. So,
I like the weird
multicolored
spinny
lights.
shit that projects on the house now. I'm getting into that. I think that's...
I don't know.
like,
This stuff's never bright enough.
I could see both ways.
dim.
Like I mean, you think Home Alone and you think like warm white lights. So
you gotta
yeah.
wait until consumer grade projection mapping becomes a thing. Then we'll have whole fucking like Arctic scenes on our houses.
you can project
should
stuff.
see
We
the stuff
had
they had at
like
Disney
a
World.
snowflake projector. What do you use, Chris? What do you like?
Oh, yeah, I go for the color lights on the tree usually.
Oh
I saw
definitely
a
colored lights.
tree the other day that blinked. It was like
Here we
white
go.
and then
Hold on.
color.
Wait. Merry Christmas and the greatest shot possibly ever in the history of cinema comes.
She looks so happy.
I mean, it's Christmas. Who wouldn't be happy?
Christmas.
Who cares that your
Merry
friends and
Christmas,
family are
hold
dead?
on. That's her brother's corpse getting taken out of the house. Merry Christmas. The only thing is they made us wait way too long. Made us wait way too long for this.
So
Here
dark.
it comes.
It's the end of The Shining.
And a happy new year. Yes.
Is that her? Is that her vision? Is that her vision? She's saying this.
It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
It's just a call out to the audience.
So that was a rousing edition of miserable commentary for Silent
Yes.
Night, Deadly Night.
Very
3.
arousing. Yes.
Better watch out. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay
experience.
tuned. We may do another one next month. We will see.
I feel like
But
we have to
I hope
just
you
make up
guys
for
are.
this one.
I hope you guys are enjoying the fall festivities so far. I hope you had a great Halloween. I hope you are. We will have something out before Thanksgiving, probably, or by the end of the month. So if we don't before Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. And but we will have another episode out at the end of the month. Casey will not be a part of that show because he is going out of the country.
Oh my god!
Mexico.
Going to Cabo.
Spending Christmas in Tanzania.
No, I'm spending Thanksgiving in Cabo.
okay.
It's going to be amazing.
Just like the Pilgrims did.
Special effects construction, Douglas Dick. There we go. And Rex Wiener, creative consultants. These are not real credits.
If you want to follow us on Twitter, we're at twitter.com/AMP horror. I know Twitter is all over the place right now. We are not leaving Twitter, but We are
yet,
now on
anyway.
Instagram. We are now on Instagram. I have not officially launched it yet, but by the time this episode comes out, I guess I will have to. So you can follow us on Instagram also at AMP Horror.
Catering by Taste Buds.
Where can they find you, fine gentlemen, on social media?
I'm at Lucha Gringo on Twitter, on PlayStation Network, and on Letterboxd. Play Ghostbusters with me. It's pretty good. Breaks a lot, though.
I am at Chris Pistol on all the things.
And all the things, including Letterboxd. My personal Twitter and Instagram and Letterboxd is Earth2Zach, Earth2Zach, Z-A-K. And of course, you can check out our website, anothermishaplepodcast.com. Subscribe to us on YouTube as well under Another Mishable Podcast. Stay in the loop. We'll have more stuff coming soon. Take it easy. And yeah, happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Later, everyone.